Cheer 1500 slay the princess?
Hello everybody, welcome to the stream, otherwise known as Misogyny Monday, which it totally has been and always will be. And thank you, Princess. Alright, so yeah, I've had a very busy day and I have a very busy week, so this is probably going to be my only stream until Saturday, maybe? I don't know, I'm not entirely sure. Everything's very up in the air until like Christmas. I am an old man. Anyway. Oh wait, no. It's been a while since I've done two different things. Everything's fine. Alright. I have to do this one. I know buttons. There we go. That's better. Anyway, here's a CC for you guys. I don't know if I can play this with a controller. Probably. I'd assume so. I think it's like a visual novel. Yeah, okay. Controller works. Alright. Yeah, this was a game, I wanted to play this during October. But I just didn't have time. So I'm gonna check it out now, because I figured I just wanted something, I guess, easy to do.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, there's actual narration.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Oh, and then I have all of the... Wow, that's a lot of options. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me move something. There we go. Wait, I can like... Oh, I can kind of move the world with my mouse. Alright. Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, whoops. Apparently, if I hold A for a second too long, it just cuts off the narration.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Does everything sound okay? I don't know.
Anything,
The game's a little quiet on my end. I don't know what it's like on stream.
Seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Also quiet.
Slightly quiet? Alright, I'll bump it up a little bit, because this is a kind of quiet game. Let's see. There we go. We'll try that. CC will probably be a little louder, but... The Simpsons reference.
You're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Oh, if I can ask you to do a route, can I ask you to walk the opposite way of the cabin? Nope. I have not played or even seen footage of this, so I'm not taking suggestions. Do I get some sort of reward?
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Is that though? One could argue that that's the most beneficial part of it.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very
Be sure to thank Pyrogeddon for the 2 tier 1
Maybe
subs.
this
Thank you, Pyro.
Hype
might
train
as well
started.
reach the end of
Every
your
level
journey.
up after 1 will give me a boost.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Bet there's a way to change that.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
2 monkeys in tuxedos? Alright. I'm game.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
So is the moral of the story so far, don't talk to women?
You make your way up the short path.
This is Misogyny Monday.
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I actually don't know if, like, there's anything else to
The
do
interior of the cabin is almost entirely
when it gives those
bare.
menus.
The air is stale and musty, and
I guess I should mouse around and find out next time.
Of dust. The
When there's only, like, the
furniture
one
of note
option.
is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
The blade isn't
right.
Like, it doesn't have any turbulence like the background. I mean, free sword.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Me. Oh, is there...
She sounds dangerous.
Oh no, I just had to progress it.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Or something. It doesn't look like... If I poke you... Nope. Doesn't seem like there's anything to really do other than menu and slightly move the camera. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't
Bye-bye,
very
hype
becoming
train.
of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Oh, she's got the mopey eyes.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Well, at least she's honest.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably
Steal
chained
yourself.
up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I mean, it's not the only weapon I have.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Well, there's absolutely nothing bad that could happen from this. It's the title of the game, and clearly it's designed to end here.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Why do I have a goblin arm?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
I did a
Holy
good job.
Shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Stabby. Flee and lock her in the basement.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in
what's
there?
up with
The
my
princess
arm?
doesn't do our friend in herself. Internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash
Stab.
for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
That doesn't go there.
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
What a great game. Well, that's going to be it for the stream today, I guess. I'll be streaming again on
Princess
Saturday.
gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder. Do you really think this is the end?
One of several, I'd assume.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Good end. What? Chapter.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Wait.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Am I the princess
it will
all
be the
along?
end of the world.
I can be a pretty princess.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us.
Voice of the
The
stubborn.
only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill. It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have
I like the
any
narrator. He's doing a good job.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Let's leave.
Can't just leave. We're supposed to fight her. Where are you going?
Home.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I mean, I assume there's a McDonald's or something nearby. Yes. I
Somehow
definitely
I doubt
know
that.
where I'm going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
Narrator's being
Everything's
sassy.
back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting...
I did it. I escaped narration.
What's going on? Where are we?
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. And oh, geez, there are distant rumblings. Feelers. I was being stupid, but that's what it calls them. Distance fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration, this vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Well, obviously, embrace them. They're just giving me a hand. Not go back, not there. The world is broken beyond repair. We must reach something new. There's so much threat in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Oh, hello. Hey, we're back to chapter 1, and I got a Steam
You're
achievement.
on a path in the woods.
The
And at the end
real
of that
Slay the
path
Princess
is a
starts
cabin.
here.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Alright. Anything... I feel like I've done all these.
Don't look whatever, and before Zalat, it's no unless. Then I guess we'll just have to then eat. So sure, go talk to her. See, we're not gonna go ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh wait, I think
The
there's like
interior of the
a
cabin is almost entirely bare.
auto.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are.
I
painted
think
in a
auto
fine
makes
layer
it so
of
it
dust.
goes
The
only
blade
stuff
is
that you
your
haven't seen.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to
Does it
slay
turn
the
off?
princess and save the world without.
Oh no, auto. Oh wait, maybe it's skip that I'm thinking of. Okay, and then I think it'll only skip stuff that I've seen, maybe? Let's see if it... Well, no, because now it doesn't say that it's skipping. Just gonna see if I do this. This might be... Okay, maybe no. Maybe don't do skip.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Well, I already screwed this one up.
You walk down the stairs and lock up. She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really isn't. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Sassy
and
side.
drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Wow, that's not sinister at all.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine.
No, we won't.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, awkward. I mean...
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
But this is a stream and you're a girl that talked to me. By, like, internet law, doesn't that mean that we're dating? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her. Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
I don't like that smile. Deflect. Yeah.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
But the handsy people told me that there's only so much thread.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Actually, I've changed my mind. Pranked. Yeah, let's get grabbed.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna go check upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Chat, I know I normally say no backseating, but I'm kind of at a loss here. What do you think I'm here to do?
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Oh, I didn't realize my mods had trapped you guys in, emote baby jail. I assume people couldn't stop backseating. It's probably a safe bet with something like this. They were being cheaters. Well, I mean, was it a bunch of people or was it just like one loud person? Because I don't know if everyone should be punished. Oh, it was a bunch? Well then, yeah, I guess they have to stay in baby jail.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do
Dude,
that.
I mean, was it subscribers that were doing it? Because you could probably put it in like sub-only mode. I don't know if emote only is necessary. I'm gonna save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
That is a face.
place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
Still have dragon arm.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
That's normal.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Hooray! I made a friend.
No, we won't have any of
Yes,
that.
we
The stakes
will.
are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the
Welcome to
princess
the Goose
approaches
Street
the
Fluff
bottom
Abyss.
stair, your body
Thank you,
steps
Fluff.
forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Narrator's cheating.
Watch me.
She. Wait, oh, wait, there was one. How do I get back? Wait, I saw it. Where's my cursor? Okay,
Stop that.
there we go.
I thought this was a little too easy.
No.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Hooray, I did warn her.
Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Something tells me she's not going to know that, though. Jeez. There it is. Boom.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you?
Oh,
I can see the conflict in your eyes.
she does know.
I'll make this quick.
Oh, no!
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Yeah, maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah. Oop, I just disappeared from reality.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Okay, no. I'm wise to your tricks.
What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophic... Those are two let's you die. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do.
Oh, whoops.
Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not
skeptic
buy into
talking.
whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I
was
really
not
did
mean
what
to
you
you.
said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
He's so
If you're asking
sassy.
that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that you're... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started.
So I wonder
That
if
sounds pretty
leaving the cabin
consequence-free to me.
like resets your route, I guess. But like maybe this time she'll actually remember that
Yes,
I tried
but
to save her.
In this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported? If it's the latter, what do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the
I'm the
only
chosen
person
one.
capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
Oh, you literally like
Thank you
possessed
for the
me.
21 months of subscribing to Steve. Hello again.
And thank you.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for?
Oops.
Fine.
It's
Check
like
your
sometimes it
pockets.
skips and sometimes it doesn't. I'm gonna check my pockets.
Put your hands in your pockets and pull out
Wow,
the envelope.
that is
The
compelling.
words, the
I
evidence
can't wait to
written
see what
across the front.
undoctored screenshots are in there.
Within, you find a note in your hand.
Wow.
It reads,
This is so
the princess will enter
I'm
the
down.
world if you
I'm in
don't
it
stop
now.
her.
I'm ready to kill.
This is an immutable truth.
Wow, I'm just going to make this the truth, and even if it's disproven, I'm going to pretend that this is the exact and only truth that can ever happen.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
That's
Great.
all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'm gonna not take the dagger this time.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she... Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less
That's
a cozy woodland
different.
retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
The door is also different too, isn't it? Because now it's actually like a dungeon, and last time it was like a cabin.
The only furniture of note is an iron table.
And that was not an
bolted to
iron
the floor,
table.
a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror. I want to see what the mirror is.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Look, a wall!
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward, rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your
You're such a
ridiculous
sassy
past life
bastard.
nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade.
No.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
No, come on. You're skeptic of the narrator. And
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again?
Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
Peachy, we'll be fine.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open,
Yeah, that's
revealing
different.
an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
she's more chained
Looks
up.
The heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Now she has the Friday night funkin' girlfriend eyes and pose. Are we about to enter a
So much
rap
for
battle?
cutting her out of here. What are you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There is fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
I mean, I've heard that girls that are shacked up are generally cautious, but this is ridiculous.
That's reasonable.
Sorry.
Do you have a weapon? Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? Maybe I should just do the solid snake path, and whenever there's an option to just like repeat what they just said. I don't know if that's like intentional. Okay, yeah, it's not an issue if you do it with the mouse, but if you do it with the controller, your choice can like fall off. And so like, oh, okay, wait. Nope, yeah, it does just fall off. Never mind. For a second, I thought I was like specifically choosing to go up and down, but then it's like if I wiggle like left and right, I can bring it back. But yeah, that's weird. Alright, maybe I should just use the mouse. Honestly, it's not like I really need the controller for it. This is just selecting things. I just have to slightly adjust as I scoot forward. Alright. My intentions.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Why am I here?
There isn't a keyhole.
Oh, I like
in
how I
the
have a little
shackles,
stabby
so I'm afraid
cursor.
my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more
But
reason not to trust her.
Isn't the girl the one that is... Well, I guess technically she would be giving...
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Yeah, that's fair. Here before.
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Yeah, the animation did lag a little bit, but I think that's because technically Cece's a different version of OBS right now. I still have to match up my OBS versions because my ToonTuber is current OBS and my like main one is still older OBS.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Oh? What?
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Gotta know what that other chain is for.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Oh, it's so that we can be buddies.
Maybe it'll fit.
Look at that trustful smile.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Okay, but what if it does fit? Bye-bye. Yeah, expect the
I
shackle.
wouldn't do that if I were you.
Well, you're not
Why
me.
is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Do I pull a frozen or no? I inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it,
Poke, poke.
though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp,
Look at how
as
nice
if
she is.
pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Chain buddies!
And
Chain gang!
if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Prison of the mind.
Yes.
Become your own jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your move. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's
Beep
funny.
boop, I am a robot,
Gang,
and I
gang.
welcome you Collegiate with our prime sub.
And thank you, college debt.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Chain is bad.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Okay.
No. Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
I just realized too that now my cursor is my little dragony hand, not my dagger.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
Oh, you guys... Oh, yeah. I guess it... Probably because I normally have it set so, like, you can't capture cursor. But yeah, it's my little monster dragony hand.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Don't worry, I've only been poking her eyes, not her
If time is
boobsicles.
passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small,
That's
they
an
have
eye
to
right there.
exist.
You guys can't
That's
see,
just
but I'm
how
poking
things
an eye.
work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk, remember?
It's an
Still
actual
rude.
question.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Wonder if it's the shackles.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly, there are no
Oh, there we go. Now she's going to get angry.
And
I think he's gone.
Oh, you can see the thread stuff creeping in again.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, she is the hands. Oh, nope. She is not the hands. I don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
If there's even a her to find anymore.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Why is the mirror awful now?
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Yeah, the mirror never scared
It's
us
different
before.
now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You are at the cabin. It is the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yeah, the achievements are kind of annoying sometimes.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you. I am solitary lights in an empty city.
Oh, you can turn them off? How do you turn them off?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
You know what that many hands could do, says chat member? Probably be like their own team at League of Legends. You just get them like 5 computers, and then they can't really rage at anyone because it would be their fault if they lose.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a solid point.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
I'll go to Steam, then settings. I am going to do that right now. That way we don't have anything else interrupted by annoying jingle. Notifications. Yeah, there we go. Why is it called Toast now? Never show Toast, I guess. 'Cause it's quirky.
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Protected? You know the narrator.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
You would send me just
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
You the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I mean, kind of if you're an ass guy. Which I am.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be
Yep,
undone.
CC couldn't handle that.
There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt. I know only that they are. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Night. Don't worry, 2024, guys. That's totally the year of Silksong. I know I said 2023, but that was just an epic prank that's been going on all year. I'm going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
He's nicer than everyone else. I don't want to go back to all the meanies. There we go. Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself.
I thought her voice was like getting further away.
Its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh, it closed the game. Well. All right. I get it. The box is the window.
Thanks for the tier 1 subscription, Cole. Good
Though
night.
you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Much will I forget.
Everything. Until we meet again.
Thank you, Nicole. All right, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
That was great timing for Cece too. Oh god, chapter 1. Damn it.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Fuck. Sweet, I've always wanted off a monarch.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him.
Leave the cabin.
The interior of the blade is your... You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement.
The door to the... Her voice.
Who's there?
Yeah, I guess I can do skip. Yeah, I think I'm here to kill you. I still love that option.
Still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Heh. Joke's on you, I'm into that.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. end this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Pranked.
Thank you for the 2 long
This
months
is
of
it,
subscribing me
isn't
with
it?
Felony Fellow. Murder. The
Thank you,
solution is
Meeber.
murder.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
Mario?
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Well, I did until your text turned red.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. Absolutely
Yes,
nothing could happen.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Hooray.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
Hooray.
You'll be happy.
I am happy. Okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I've never been happier.
Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Of course we are. I like it
Really?
here.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes.
Happy.
Though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is. Not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Happy is what I am.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
But
The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
hooray. Yay! I saved
You
everyone.
have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Wait, didn't you hear the narrator? We're happy. I'm
Really
happy.
happy. Or is he just telling us that we are?
No.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
It's death, Desu.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you.
No.
It wants this wonderful place to end.
What will happen to table? And window? And who could forget door?
Do you not? There's more for us
It's
to do.
time for
and
another
the
hype
only
train.
way for
No,
us
it's
to do
not.
it
It's
is
time
to
for
take
Happy.
that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Yeah, seriously, fuck other window. That's why I didn't talk about other window. Look at that other window over there. You know what you did. When using the blade, you don't kill us. I wouldn't be happy.
You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
That is a compelling argument.
In a sense, we
Chair
die,
100, how
but
could you forget
looking
the
at
chair?
things from another
It
angle,
supported
are
you
we
throughout
even
all of
really
this.
alive
There's no
anymore?
chair.
This
That's
place
table.
is nothing.
How dare you
It's
confuse
absolutely nothing. It's just
table with
the
chair?
same thing, constantly, forever.
Fake fan.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know.
I'm not
using
sitting
the
on
blade
it.
will work.
There's a door behind me. There's other door. There's void door.
That little
Scott,
voice
cheer
didn't
5,000,
want you
I'd be
to slay
happy
the
if I was in a
princess.
cabin with you,
It
tee-hee.
didn't want you to be happy.
But then I wouldn't be gaming if there's women around. I mean, you saw what we did to the other woman. Thank you for the bits, Togo.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you.
It
is
is
this not
happy.
a good enough reward for saving the world?
Chair
An
100, so
eternity
are
of
telling me
bliss?
or just
You-
standing in the
you
middle of the cabin?
Great.
Yeah.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
This isn't my happy room.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though
Skella
the blade you
booped
used
in.
to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The
Dunk.
end. Nice knowing you.
I want to go back to happy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the
Oh,
end of
weird,
that
I
path
can't
is a cabin.
Skip this one?
And in the you're here to slay her.
Maybe just because it's only 2. Bastard, you're in for it now. No, he didn't. He gave us happy last time. I killed myself.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here. If he doesn't
Chair
remember what
100,
happened,
hey,
then
Scott.
maybe it's best to keep
Why
it
are
that
you
way.
old now? I've been saying that on Twitter but didn't really get it.
Because I'm an old person. I'm an old fart. I'm over 18. So that means I'm basically dead. It's time to stop running from the truth.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll
Oh,
just
voice
do
of
it
the
again.
cold.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's go to the cabin.
A warning. If she will lie, she won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin
Mirror.
is cold. A soft odor of dirt permeating
This
the air.
house isn't as happy.
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Chat, I'm not gonna lie. This table's a little nicer. I mean, look at those slender legs. I wouldn't mind being trapped here for eternity.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
What about first table? I mean,
Chair 100,
we
so
had a
you're
nice
telling me I
run,
should be a
but
dead,
like,
withering husk of a man too?
you
Does
know,
that mean I
I'm
gotta
a
thirst after
man,
furniture now?
and men are all about the slender legs. That's what we do. We
Chair
like
North got a
those.
delicious tier 2 sub.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her
Slay the
already.
Princess table tier list. Well, right now this one's taking the S rank. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
I was hoping if I didn't, like,
be a
talk
mirror
about
once we
it
wipe
and
off
just
that
went
layer
up
of
to it,
grime.
I would be able to forego this.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Will the cold let me not take the blade? Oh, there we go.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old
Tier 100
banister
hype
and a
train
creaky
started.
wooden
Hype train
stairwell.
started. Every level
Everything
up
is
after
coated
one
in
will
a
give
thick
me a
layer
boost.
of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Thank you, Stone Jane,
Yeah,
for
the
the
moved
one
in
tier 1
skeletal
sub.
body
And thank you, Scone.
lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Tier 100, how much
Why?
is this game actually? I want to play this.
This is, I think it was 18 bucks.
Okay.
Still that one
She's
chain.
definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought,
Ghost
the
Princess.
top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous
Ghost blowjob, ghost blowjob, woo woo!
And finally, the rest of the
she
body
still has the
floats
chain.
up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's
Oh, wait, no, I just...
Ghost!
Spooky specter.
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Ghost butt.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
What is this, Undertale?
The princess drifts across the room into your
hi.
orbit, gently running her fingers
I like
across
that
your
X
shoulders and down
marks
your
the
neck as she
death.
circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless.
Just the
yet
way I
real
like
enough
it.
That her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. She don't even need a blade.
You don't have one.
She looks fragile enough to me.
I'm gonna give her a hug.
Before she can suspect a thing, you lunge forward and grab her arm. You feel substance for the briefest of moments, but then you feel nothing at all, as though all you've done is clutch at empty air.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Oh my.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oh my. Jackpot.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Okay, team. I'm why is there always like a Marvel option? God damn it. I hate it. All right, narrator, you go left. I'll go right. And voice of the cold, you just beat voice of the cold.
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body. But those bones look very, very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her. Or maybe burying them would put her to rest. Don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her.
I
But
need
we are
Luigi.
trying.
Smash your phone. Ooga booga.
See the princess and rush the pile of bones on the floor, swinging your fist down and smashing through what remains of her
Unga bunga
ribcage.
strong.
The ancient bones splinter, then crumble, reduced to dust almost instantly.
Those bones aren't me. I'm me. But you've made it obvious that you don't want to help. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
It's gonna be fine.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Those don't look all that wrath-like. Okay, that's a little wrath-like.
Did you speak?
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Getting touched by a ghost girl. We're getting touched by a ghost girl. Did you miss?
No.
Oh.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Haha, my heart went oopsie.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you
Bitch, you don't
choose to give me my
gotta
freedom,
squish my
I'll
heart
just
to
have
get
make
that.
you give it to me.
Hey.
She's real now. Pity we don't have a weapon. Your last moments are spent a helpless witness as she rips her
I
hand
have a
from your
weird
chest,
heart.
holding your still
I mean, I
beating
already know
heart
that I'm a
in her
freak, but
fist.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting freak heart.
But that's ours.
I need that. Maybe.
See you soon, killer.
She crushes it, blood and ruined vascular tissue leaking from between her fingers, dribbling unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That feel when a ghost girl will never rip out your heart and break it while winking at you. This is my first time getting to chapter 3.
You're on a path.
This is
in the
different.
wood. Here we go again. Off to slay her. Again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start
Oh, we got
again.
voice of the
She kills us
cheated.
as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. But wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring?
Wouldn't people refund their
Not
Steam
if they're
purchase?
creative with it. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over.
I was happy once. I had table.
We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
I was. I got that drawing. I had table and window.
The ending was...
Not other window, though.
You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. And then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
Yes.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring.
Only because the game didn't let that be my finality path.
It was bullshit. So you killed yourself? Yes, and then she killed us.
Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try?
I forget what I did the first time of this chapter.
Do all the good you almost managed to accomplish. Why should we help you?
Oh.
So you can just lock us
That
away
was just.
forever?
Oh,
again?
right. That was when I just rushed her down. Wait.
Tell you what, I won't do that.
If I rush her down, maybe I can get back to table.
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything. I mean, he did promise. And you believed him? All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again.
Yes, we will.
Wouldn't that be
We'll get back to table.
It would. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her. You have to save the world.
Even though she said, see you next time, killer, and so she's going to be on edge because she's going to assume that we're going to try and kill her.
By his rules. Everything
I'm
is
sure it'll
rigged.
work, and I'm sure I'll get to
Everything
table.
is changing to whatever's convenient for him. Even the woods are changing. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
Curious.
Her influence? I really should have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
So we don't go to. Well, no, I already did that.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So,
interesting.
Yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him.
The voice of the cold is the voice of reason.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it. You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
And then table.
How convenient. Everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
That is also compelling.
On second thought,
I love spite.
let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him. You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack. There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
He's literally doing the like, wow, all right, this left my target audience. I'm muting this now, but I'm gonna keep it up.
Look
And
at that.
like,
We won.
and then they do like 5 more replies after saying that they muted it.
Take it however you will.
And then of course, wow, this is really doing numbers. Here's my art.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh, it is just mirror.
A single
Wait,
narrow
no.
hallway stretching
There's
far
no
into
table
the
here. We
distance.
have to, oh god, we have to let her out. She needs to end this world so we can get to a world with table. And look at all these other windows.
Gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing.
Look at all these sluts.
Everything forward.
This is the worst timeline. There's no table. It's nothing but other window.
The only furniture of note is... That's strange.
I
Or
didn't
strange.
I
Is it
didn't
the mirror?
abandon table. The game forced my hand.
The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter.
I can
does it?
unga bunga again. Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway.
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just...
Oh god. There's not even door?
What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind us? If I were
Thank you for the 42 long months of subscribing to Dude in the Lab Coat. Man, not the game I thought I'd come back to,
Let me
but it
assure
is
you, there's
entertaining.
nothing there.
Have fun
Nothing is
listening to
going
the voices in your
jump out
head,
at you.
Scott.
Certainly not
Thank
the
you, dude.
princess. The princess is in the basement. You can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Wow. Christianity would like to...
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation, we just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing.
Where's my arm?
It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Good.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Oh, that's
Icy
not what
radiates
bones
up
are
your
supposed to
brain, deep
do.
cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met
Oh,
with the terrifying
hi.
visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice.
I
her
got
grin
turkey
carved
legs.
Jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
I just wanted my table back.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you?
Stop
You get to
breaking
watch me
it then.
do it, completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
And now for something completely different.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
I killed you, and yeah, there we go. The Marvel path.
You think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again.
I don't recall.
If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Choo-choo. Do you need it? Can't I just open the door for you?
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
I can keep doing dialogue choices until that exhausts.
Enough talking.
Oh.
We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Wasn't that timing?
Into the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Alright.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades
lovely.
as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Okay.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
But I'm a princess now.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Oh, and what's that?
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
But there is no table. She thought of everything.
How did you do that? You don't have a will to yield. Your soul has been drained of courage.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Well, I mean, there's no table in the abyss, but if she leaves the cabin, then maybe it'll be a new timeline and there will be table there. I'm gonna go for potential new table timeline.
Surrender to the princess. Shit. I guess that's that. An end is an end. Let's see what it has in store for us.
This is all I wanted. If there will be a mercy for you at the end of everything.
Table.
Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body until it is a piece of meat and feathers.
Feathers?
I will be free.
That's not normal.
Please, just let her out.
Yes. Let me out.
It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
You can't describe me into submission. The door is right there.
It really is, isn't it?
I walked to it. I placed your bloody hand on the door. I made you twist the handle.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
He is gone.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
Hooray.
I did nothing. He dealt with himself.
This is it then. The big moment. I just hope it's a way out.
The handle clicks as we push forward. The air is different here.
As you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You're once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
We're us again. How interesting. We actually won, didn't we?
What is happening to me?
You're getting a hand. You don't answer her before she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, I'm gonna go. No. I'm gonna go back to chapter 1. Wait, if I go back to chapter 1, I can table. I approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Yep, I'm still a freak. You've grown. Oh, that's different. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Thank you for the 51 long months of subscribing Shuji Itacha. Heyo ScottFalco. Oh my god. Too many arms.
Perspectives and carves new
Weakling.
avenues of expression.
Thank you,
I am
Shuji.
different, but I am the same. Eyes close in reflection.
No, I don't know if it's the same voice actor or voice actress, but she does sound very similar to Lamb from League of Legends, like Kindred.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Yeah, I like her voice too. I also really like Lamb's voice. It's such a shame that like so many good characters are stuck in League of Legends. You know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
But I don't want to do that. Kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thanks.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Well, clearly you're not human. Because all conflicts in humanity just boil down to, you're not me!
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Aw.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I'm gonna start using that when people ask what I want. And I know it's coming up because birthday and Christmas. You have any thoughts on this, Vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore. My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective.
Doesn't seem to be the same voice actor. I mean, that's not too surprising. The only, like, I know Jinx's VA, like, voiced in a cartoon of like a female cat that had like red hair, I think. Other than that, I don't know too many League VAs that have done like not major stuff. I mean, obviously, well, early Echo is Pit, so he has a lot of stuff going on.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being.
Thoughts on the amazing digital circus? I think it's nice. I don't know how well it'll work as a series, because I almost feel like it would work better as like just like an hour-and-a-half movie. I feel like if it becomes a series, which, you know, it will, it might just become a little redundant at points. I also don't know, like, like, not trying to, like, say anything bad about it, but I don't know, like, how it got as popular as it did. Like, it's very nice and everything, but, I don't know. I'm just surprised that, I guess, that took off the way it did. I mean, because, like, I'm glad it did, because I'd much rather have Digital Circus be popular than, like, and I hate fucking saying this, but Skibbity Toilet. Like, much rather would have Digital Circus be the obnoxious, like, popularity thing, but yeah, I just wasn't expecting that.
Carved texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before.
Well, yeah, I know Gooseworks also had made, like, some gems in the past, like, Little Runmo and stuff. And then you got the glitch backing it up, too. So, yeah, I guess that is a pretty heavy boost to start with.
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Wasn't Has-Been Hotel similar with that sudden popularity? I don't recall. I know it was popular, but I think it took a little bit of time.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
And I think, like, with Has-Been Hotel, it was, like, Has-Been Hotel and then Hello Boss, like, happened, and that's, like, what kind of, like, pushed it. I don't know, but I'm probably misremembering. As the avatar now conveys, I'm an old fart. I'm ready to go back.
I like your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I die. And back at chapter 1.
You're on a path.
Skippoo. Alright,
That's the spirit.
let's go back to table. I want to try and befriend
interior of the
Ghost
cabin is
GF
almost-
this time.
You take the blade from the...
Stab
Door
him,
to
get
the
back to
basement.
table, and then we'll befriend Ghost GF.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You step forward.
Play the princess.
You lunge forward.
Dead Disu. Oh, it shows what you did last time. Huh. Of course not, that was too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Haha.
I
Oops.
really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
No, there's difference. That's not leaving table behind. We're getting to happy table. That's path table. Come on, chat.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that. You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Sharp teeth.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Where did you get that?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Well, I chose a different thing this
an
time.
eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Cool, we can be BFFs the next
See
loop.
you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
A razor.
You're on a path.
What
in
voice
the
do we get
woods.
this time?
You're here to slay her.
She's gonna kill me again. Probably voice of the scared.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit.
Oh no, we got
She's
cheated
just going
again.
to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Well, at least he knows that it was out of nowhere.
Stabbed to death?
Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine. A warning before you go any further. She will
He couldn't be...
We know what to look out for this time. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
What's Kevin gonna look like this time?
The interior
Oh,
of the cabin
God,
is a jagged
F-tier
mess of
table.
awkward and broken boards. There's splintered
F-tier
edges
table.
as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh God. We need to get rid of this reality.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm just gonna enter the
Are we really
basement.
doing this without a weapon? You know,
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing.
The mirror just pops away.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
that's right. Scraping.
Thank you for the
Told
46
you she
long
has
of
something.
subscribing
I
Jax
told
underscore
you.
282. Oh wow, pipe bomb. So cool.
I've seen like several animations of Miku saying that, and they're all adorable.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you.
Yeah,
to
you
get
know,
out.
that's true. The voice of the cheated just fucks everything up.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Oh good, she's already read text.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
I'm sure she's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
That don't.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we?
We're falling
She's
for
trying to
that.
trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Well, no, it's like she said, eye for an eye, life for a life. We're even now, so now we help.
She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
And look at that dress. That's so inviting.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
What are you waiting for, Gary? If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
No, no.
Oh,
I wouldn't
good.
stab you.
Oh,
I am just a
okay.
sweet, innocent princess.
Innocent?
Stuck here for no reason.
wow. That is convincing.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
That is a good amount of distance.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get
Fuck.
close to her.
So much so that I'll disappear from reality. Because I pressed the wrong
Certainly
button.
feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Exactly.
You know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I'm curious what's behind her. And no, for once I'm not talking about a butt. Just because that's more void back there. Yeah, here we go. We killed each other last
But
time.
if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
We are both pretty normal.
I do have to hand it to her, that's a very good question. And it's one with a simple answer. You haven't slain her yet. So how about you get moving? Last time, what are you talking about?
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I like how the cheated is the one, like,
I'm
being
terrible
persistent
at
this
recognizing,
time.
Even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's
Chat, are you
lying
normal
about
and
is how
unstabbed
dangerous
right
she
now?
is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
You remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, Surely I would remember that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Very convincing. That's exactly what happens. I do remember it.
Lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Well, wait a minute. Now I'm starting to think that she might stab me again.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling.
Diesel
It's only
Jackknife
going to
got a
end in
delicious tier 1
violence.
sub.
Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Oh god, there's so many. Nobody has to die. Yeah, see, there we go. I know you're mad at me, but eye for an eye.
But
It's
I'm
just
not mad
like
at
you said.
So please stop standing so far out of reach.
All right.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I've been doing that for a while, and it's only led me into problems.
No. I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
All right, I know you have a knife.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
They are pretty great.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind
Oh god,
her
she's
back.
clenching it in her butt.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
She's got them cheek strengths. Well, we gotta see how strong them
Her
cheeks
smile
is.
stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
All right, props. You get to kill me. You get to kill me.
And
Let's see
empty
that cheek
sleeves,
strength.
too. Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically 0.
Practically. I like those numbers. All right. Yeah, you got me. Here we go.
Of course I won't.
Great.
Against your
Look
better
at how
judgment,
composed
walk
and
across the
sane
room
she
to
is.
Within arm's reach of the princess. I don't like the way you said "within arm's reach."
What? No, it's fine.
There's a horrible
Oh,
sound of
darn.
metal slicing through meat.
Ah, wiggity what?
Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first. Then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Hehe.
Oh my god, you had that in your butt?
You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you
Oh.
attempted to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
That's not a butt.
You're going to die now.
Oh yeah.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
No way out. Well, maybe if table...
On a path in the woods.
This is
No,
weird.
Fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
No, she, like... she was hiding it in her skin. Her arm was Blade. Like, you could only see it a little bit at the end, but her, like, skin was, like, falling down off of it.
Your what? The interior of the cabin is sharp.
No! Oh, wait! We do have table, but...
pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me?
That's kind of a D-tier table.
What did you just do?
That's... not a fan.
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Nobody. Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. Who cares about cards? You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
Now we have Contrarian and Broken.
It's not fun for me. I don't like being sliced to pieces.
I mean...
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table.
Metal table? Oh, yeah.
We take it.
Might actually bump that down to E tier then.
Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. And then, we throw it out the window. That blade is the only edge we have. We are not. Too late, because we already did it, didn't we?
I like Contrarian. They're my favorite voice.
Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world, yes. That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that. You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things.
Yeah, they're just like a D&D party, like, fighting with each other.
What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it. You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out what to do.
Oh, poor Broken, you little bitch.
Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Oh.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. I can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Super happy fun slide.
As your body tumbles onto
Look,
the basement
there she
landing,
is.
the
Not
form of
threatening
the princess
again.
comes into view, wryly smiling at you from a distance.
She doesn't have a like abyss behind her though. There's still that chain.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Okay.
And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny. That's a joke. I'm going to kill you now.
No, but we're gonna be friends in this one.
Was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea. That was you. No, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it?
Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that.
I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
This is why we've already lost. Can't even stop bickering with ourselves. How are we
Share
She's so
100 flavor
sharp.
with your third leg.
She's so sharp.
I can't. I'll get banned on Twitch.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Oh,
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
nah. I want to get back to
I'm
table.
out of ideas. What are we doing?
Puff her up a bit. She has swords for arms. All these ideas suck. Just dodge, idiot. Yeah, there we go. Gonna let her stab us. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah. That's... Oh, wait. I thought you guys were talking about that. I didn't even see the flirt option. Yeah, fuck it. Flirt.
That is an interesting move. Interesting? It's disgusting. No, don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Well, there's nothing more stopping than my...
Do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Come on.
Of course we do. I'm into it. The one making the decisions is into it. You not? I don't think so. I don't know. I could go either way, honestly.
She doesn't want us.
You're just saying that because you want her to be into you.
Oh, no.
I know. I thought I was being obvious.
Shit, now we're related. Alright, let's see. Oh, wait.
The look.
The look.
Yeah, the best flirts know how to flirt without saying anything. We just have to let her know, right?
You flash the princess the look.
The look.
And a rosy blush rushes to the princess's
She's
cheeks
gonna
as she
kill me.
breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Is that easy?
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
No.
Still going to kill you. But now we could both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Well, there's nothing better.
Or not.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks.
Wow.
The princess closes the distance between you and skewers you.
That's a W.
Ow.
That's a good ending.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit?
Oh, we have Voice of the Smitten now.
She's even said as much.
Yay.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? I don't actually know how to answer that question.
I think he means how many times have we died?
Yes, that.
Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
I haven't. It's 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Wow.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Maybe she'll love us in the next life.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We'll win her heart eventually.
There we go.
Come on, show me something new.
Oh, what? I can't flirt anymore. Puff her up. Doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus. Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging. She skewers you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you.
Oh, whoops. I didn't even know I could do this. I right-clicked by mistake. Oh yeah, I guess there is a save there. Oh well, saving in this is cheating.
Suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We lasted a little longer. Barely. She's going to kill this body either way.
Oh, there's the cold.
So
Welcome
stop
back.
Feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Oh. We get another chapter.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin. Take it from here. No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke. If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel. Yeah, mind over matter. Who needs violence when you have love?
Yeah.
Who needs love when you've mastered yourself? Who needs anything when we don't matter? Well, boys, are we ready? There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
Yeah, table's gone. We gotta end this reality.
Leave it to the
subscribing
pros.
Kuro McCluff. Love the new look.
Thanks,
Hope
Kuro.
you and chat are doing good today.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Yes.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly
Aww.
a part of this. Don't care. Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know,
There's no
this
chains.
last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
It's gonna be Big Blade.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin
Oh,
twists,
that-
splitting into red blooms of
that's
warmth
nice.
as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. You comes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton.
Would you a sword?
blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Yes!
The
behold
perfect woman.
The perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us. This is all just a sick
It's time for
joke.
another
I
hype train.
hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
All right,
Flush these fucks.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Oh, the chains are back. Me too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form, and yet there's seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
Why you no dead? She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too?
You're nobody's Kingdom Hearts.
No, I'm the one who hurts you.
I'm the one who knocked, so... She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, the very contact with what you are, repelling her to the point of destruction. Oh wait, what? She has the same heart. That's my heart. I am Princess. Another word is spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Sound says you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Sound says you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leaves, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, we are more melty. You've withered. Well, it's just gonna go to the cabin and then... We're at the cabin. She just heart this time? Yep.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be a contradiction.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Aw.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? You are what brings me meaning. Know that the pain of your journey will subside in due time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done.
Okay. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Still not care what I bring you next.
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you. We will know when we near our destination.
I think that means I'm getting close.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
All right, let me get table back and then riz up the ghost GF.
That's the spirit. You make your way.
We're not going to go through.
The interior of the
Hello,
blade.
old friend.
You take the blade from the... Her voice carries up the stairs. Good. You're still listening to reason. You step...
Oh, wait, what? Not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Wait, did I? Oh, no, did I actually? Shit. Like the princess.
Doubt.
Yep, fuck, I fucked up. I misclicked.
You attempt to run her through. A moment
Shit.
of distraction and...
Oops. Well, I guess we'll do give up path this time.
As internal bleeding sets in,
Sorry, table.
the blade falls from your trembling
It's gonna take
hands,
another loop.
clattering to the ground uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you.
This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Yeah.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back,
Don't.
the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
But, I mean, one could argue that that's a good ending.
You're here to slay.
Proceed to cabin. Actually, wait, I could just turn around.
She will lie.
We might
no.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Whoops,
I'm
which...
not being a pessimist.
Oh, now we have
I'm just
broken
being
to start.
realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Potentially new table?
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between
rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it
Beep
has
boop, I
to
am a
be.
robot and I welcome Be King Erdrick with their tier 1 sub.
Thanks, Peking.
If that's what you want. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
I don't know if that's table.
A massive marble
Yeah,
altar
that's
with
altar.
a pristine blade perched
Although
on
I
its
guess
edge.
altar's kind of a table. Oh no, this reality
The blade is
sucks.
your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Oh god.
We don't
Chat.
feel small. We are small.
Everyone knows where this is going immediately. Well,
No blade this time. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
bye-bye mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Don't worry,
revealing a
chat. I'm sure it'll be fun.
staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a
Oh,
moment,
incense.
you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear?
Uh-oh.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
She's gonna be like a giant fucked up thing. It's not going to be
kidding when you said
it's
it
not
was
going to be the
booming.
giantess route.
She wasn't
It's
like
gonna
this
be a
last
fucked up
time.
abomination.
You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Here we go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess
Never
towers
mind.
over you,
Good ending.
almost
All right.
glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
You know, Voice of the Broken is making a lot of sense here.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Well, normally people would have a request in this
I see
situation,
your
but
hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
that's me.
And more than a little disappointing.
That's me.
She's disappointed in us?
Tier 100 I absolutely would Scott Fahama.
Thank you, Pete.
Kneel.
Well, I mean,
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight.
you know, attempted murder, like, I mean, do they give awards for attempted chemistry?
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I'd trust to deal with her. Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then. And there's nothing we can do to stop her now. He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
don't think I can refuse her.
Are
Sorry.
you serious? Just don't say anything. How hard can it be to not say anything?
You haven't felt her angelic fingers run along the edges of your mind.
Are you broken or
You haven't
smitten?
felt her nails dig
Although-
into your thoughts.
Huh.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Okay.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Voice of the Broken's making a lot of sense. What would you have me do?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
The fizzity yuck do I do that? No, I want the world to end. There we go, I'm yours to command.
Your will
Bingo.
was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Now, I've mostly just done other alternatives.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Oh, she's gonna kill Broken.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
Or that.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Yeah, get wrecked, narrator.
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
How nice you can, like, hear her in the back, too.
Break my chains.
Yeah, that was a terrible scream.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
That wasn't the hands I wanted.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should
Wait,
we
but we'll
try
get
and
to
find
see her handy form.
Is that a... Why is it here?
Just approach the mirror. Get rid of him. Let's go see handy, giant. How we looking? Oh, we don't look that good. I've unraveled. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you throw a giantess at me. Oh, she's just sticking. Ah, boo.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Trees and stars and people.
There is a warmth
I think they're
and
supposed to be
sadness in
people.
me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Yeah, that's not what causes the tears.
This one is dominance. A figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Oh, that one's different than the others.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side. You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time.
I didn't mean it like that. Okay.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
You're on the path.
Okay, I have to be... You know what? I'm gonna quick save this time to make sure that I get back to table at least one more time.
You make your way up the
Actually, I guess I could save here.
The blade is your implement.
Save. There we go. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Yeah, I guess I'm just here to talk.
You step forward. Your grip on the blade tight.
Oh? No talking. I'm probably chained up in this space. So, you
She's unarmed.
Wait, what? Can I not do that route again? 'Cause that's what I did.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, and then if I go at her, then... Okay. I have to let them go. I can't be happy in this playthrough anymore. This is the last we'll see of this table. We'll leave you with the knife table. That way you can protect yourself from the horrors that are about to happen.
The door to the basement.
Stay strong, chat.
Open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Her voice softly carries.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, she sounds scared.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Why?
How many
I'm gonna
times
see if I
do
can get a
have to
flirty
tell you
route.
How dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Fair warning, I'm a freak. And that's not me being self-deprecated. I mean, the character in the game is a freak.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I mean,
Hi.
there will be after I rescue her.
Waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
That's what we're going for. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't kill me yet. I know you're gonna kill me, but just
You're
give us a
making a
bit.
huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just...
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams.
Is someone else here?
Alright, this
You make
is
your way to
kind
the
of
bottom
similar.
Of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Like we're doing that other route that I did, just without the blade this time.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
God.
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I feel like it's gonna loop me back to the
Or
other
you could
one.
use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, okay, it only gives me save the
Fine.
princess.
Against your better judgment,
That's a face.
you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted
How lovely.
wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her.
Yeah, she's nice now. Maybe she won't kill, but
Cut
she definitely
into her
will.
flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours.
Look at that little smile.
Blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the
How
ground.
adorable. It's like she's a Bessie eater and she just had a big old plate of paschetti.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too... As the princess approaches the bottom... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready
No.
to sink into her heart.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
There, yeah, no, it's
The
only
blade.
resist.
Move the blade.
She's probably gonna kill me, but maybe we can do flirty route in the next one.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest.
There we go.
Tearing through flesh and
All right, but now she's like, she knows it's not me. So next one's flirty, probably, maybe.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Yeah, she's so nice this time instead of cold.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not.
She's a fun princess.
Doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Aw. It's okay. We'll be flirty in the next life, maybe.
Thrust of the knife. Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive.
I'm surprised that she's actually like stayed like this. I'm half expecting her to turn cold like right at the end.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently,
I almost want her to become cold.
The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark.
Stabs cutely. Okay, well, she stayed friendly.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Well, you bastard. Alright. I'm not gonna make him wise of anything. I'm just gonna go. Wait. Potentially new table?
If only you knew what you did to us, you...
Oh, we got the smitten!
Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
Alright, if we have smitten, I feel like we can flirt this time.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Exactly.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, well, here. What do we got?
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant.
Curious.
Stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prison.
That's right in between S and A tier, I'm thinking.
On its edge.
That's like the very like clasp of the threshold. That's a very high tier table.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Thank you for the 49 months of subscribing, Stephen Too Strong. No spoilers.
Gold-trimmed
Love this
carpet
game.
glimmers in the light.
It is very nice. I like it.
Along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
She's still nice.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
Thank you for the 13 long months of subscribing, Top Hat TV. It's been a
Thanks,
while,
Top Hat.
but I rise.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I am actually thrown for a loop that she didn't, like, get twisted or anything in the last loop.
You walk down the stairs.
Oh, she's
and lock
even
eyes
more.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
I also like that, you know, she does tend to have a lot more subtle kind of designs. Like, obviously now when she's supposed to be all cutesy, she's a lot more round in a lot of her things. I mean, obviously the sword one, she was a lot sharper because she was sword, but still.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She knows I speedrun!
And she called us a hero.
Oh.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Yeah, call out the narrator, even though they're probably just another version of myself.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by
Scott,
cruelty.
cheer 100. You're pretty dashing yourself, Scott.
I don't know about that one, Chief, but thank you.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been
You
given
got
another
one tier of blue
opportunity
stars
to
from Anonymous.
sweep her off her
Thank
feet
you,
very
Anon.
and
much.
treat her like
Hype
the
train
lady
started.
she is.
Every level up after 1 will give me a boost.
Oh, I forgot to get rid of that CC thing. If -3 level 5 hype trains happen, we're doing a VR chat hangout on Friday regardless. Let me turn that off. You don't have to get -3. Like, please do not come to my house and steal my money to try and, like, take back the hype trains. It won't work. I mean, it would get the VR chat hangout to not happen, but if you want it to happen, please do not, you know, house invade me. Alright, let me just go ahead and turn that command off. There we go. Okay, now she shouldn't lie like that. I also don't know why she, like, called out Toku doing bits.
Subscription. Hey, look.
I have no idea where that came from.
Now I have a ruby to match my name.
And
We got a
perfect.
level 2 train now.
Thank you,
Keep
Ruby.
it going.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you
You will
sure
not
we
steal
want
my
to do
table. You
this?
shut the fuck up.
Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase
You're doing that
our
all night
heroic
with the bit
and
donos?
romantic
Yeah,
destiny than I've
oh
ever
wait, I
been.
wonder. Hold
I
on.
shan't let anyone.
Oh, I would have to get rid of the
otherwise.
BBs. I'll just check it out after
You
stream.
listening to him?
I feel like
He's
it's something to
lost
do
it.
with stream
Don't let him
avatars because it
distract you. Just
updated.
do your job.
No, I know why she did that. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Wow, that's convincing. Nothing bad will happen. Didn't bring a knife.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the
Is
chains.
Smitten gonna take control?
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's tell her about the narrator.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Hooray.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. And almost that's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right. I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like you.
Thank you, dumbass.
Always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue
No.
the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
We can stop her with love.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying
Wow.
to kill me this time. Thank you.
Nothing bad is
Thank
going
you
to
so
happen.
much.
What a great ending.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh boy.
Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back.
Why's
and
that always gotta be
everyone out there
pristine?
would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Well, I mean, I've got a couple of ideas. Have you heard of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? I don't mean to alarm you, but I do main Mega Man. What do you want to do? Kill
Let me
everyone?
guess. End the world? Spoken
Scott cheer
with the
1000
rank
I am smitten every
cynicism of
time Scott
someone
speaks.
Who has never felt
Thank you,
love
Toku.
in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Bye
Here
bye
it
hype
comes.
train.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you
Oh,
want to
nope.
do?
Don't want to like push her. But I also kind of want to just. You want to
Are
end the
you
world?
seriously asking
Yeah,
her?
well, we can do it if you want to.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Yes. Oh, there we go. Wait. No. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Okay. If that's what you think is best, then that's what we'll do when we leave.
Okay.
We'll bring ruin to everyone and everything.
Awesome.
Nothing will be left standing in the wake of the unceasing entropy we'll unleash upon all of creation.
Okay, so whatever we do next, we should not let her out.
I'm gonna let her out.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh god, she's getting like... she's getting more anime.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
If you want to leave, then let's leave.
Sounds perfect.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal. Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless. The princess takes your hand.
Look at
the
those
last
sparkles.
hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Wow.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it. Moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about
Cheer
this.
100, I can show you the world. Death and destruction.
I know, it's great.
What happens after we walk up the stairs?
But now we're gonna get voided.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Yes, we do.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
There we go. I think I've got this.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door. And... the lock clicks.
There we go.
Door creaks open. Are you kidding me? Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Join the club, bitch.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
And then the death.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the
Table
cabin,
unlocked the door.
and then you step outside.
Oh, we actually got outside this time.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What
Oh.
should we do now?
Get consumed by the void.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
It's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave
Our
her a coat
feathers.
worthy of a princess.
Our Animu's gone.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here?
It's alright, we'll get her handy
Why now?
version in a second. Let's see how great I look. Nothing. Great. I am nothing at all. Feels like I'm being nothing at all. Nothing at all! Nothing at all! Oh, I'm a bird. I bird up.
I think you know what I am.
Quoth the raven. Oh wow, this is not... Okay.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
I think like 5. Wait, no, because it was like... I think this was my 4th loop, but there was like 3 to 2 worlds that I fucked up every time, so... Probably a lot.
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I'm gonna break all of its pieces.
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh, so I have limited amounts of questions that I can ask right now. Okay. I don't want to destroy... No, I do. I don't like the narrator.
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Is there anything about princess? Oh, what is the princess?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die. She becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that
That's why
people
she
can.
would like stick to one, I guess, like niche.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I would have helped you destroy her. Can't I just make her small and, like, I don't know, pull a Mario movie and put her in a jar of sorts?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
What, chat? That was just a Mario movie reference. It's just a Mario movie reference. It was a cool, epic reference.
And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining
So, I mean, if she
everything.
becomes what you want, then
That's why
it
I had to
hypothetically...
die.
her a
didn't make her
princess.
a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
We got a couple left. All the good ones are at the bottom. There's like so many, like, your pieces are breaking.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
I want to know. It's my
You're
true
the
identity.
non-quiet,
Oh.
the god I made to rid the world of death.
I like how there's some where you can just be sassy. I might end by being sassy with him.
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing?
Yes.
Whatever you viewed her as needed to map on some level to what she was. You couldn't just pick something arbitrary and beneath you. I don't know why you settled on a princess specifically, but clearly a princess is what you wanted. Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Alright. Oh, man. Oh, we can lie. That's tempting. Or just flat out fucking sass him. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, these are tempting. I think sass. I'm not gonna slay her.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Bye, bitch.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Not the one in League of Legends. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. It's tough to be a god. Narrator was right. You are the long quiet. Nassin? God? Anyway, it's time for you to finally wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Aww. I was hoping that we were going to get to see Handy anime. No final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Hey, there's a final... Jackpot.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Aw. We can play 8-player Smash together. Did you know about the echo?
Every word you spoke found its way to me.
Cheer 100 best
I
ending.
know him, and
So
I
many
know his
lies.
construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that
Names
means.
are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound. a pale imitation of what I actually am.
It's now.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
That one, please. Oh yeah, because I guess there's all the other paths. But it's almost midnight, so... Well, I guess it's like 11:30, but I'm not going to be able to do a bunch more loops. Nah.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Can 100% come down to that, and that's what I wanted to do. I think it's time to leave.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Oh, I get to die one more time. Here we go. Fall into yourself. If an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom, everything here, except for her, is you. Feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. Feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Aww. Take her hand. My little claw. I relate to this picture so much. This is every one of my relations. Ooh. You're free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. Exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. Just like Misogyny Mondays, which was totally today. The conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Well, yeah, this whole stream was about, like, slaying a woman, so it's Misogyny Monday, as it has been and it always will be. What else would I have done on a Monday? Like Minecraft or Mario? That's stupid. You guys sound stupid. Oh, chat. Chat. Did you not read in between the lines? She is everything, and so am I. She is Table. We didn't cheat on Table. We actually got with Table. Thank you so much for playing as an expression of our gratitude. Here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Join all that stuff. Play our other game. Well, alrighty. That was pretty fun. I like that. That was a nice little stream. I like the art. I mean, there wasn't like a whole bunch of music, but the music that did play was very atmospheric and fitting. Been a while since I've like done a I guess a visual novel. I think the last one that I actually played on stream was Doki Doki Literature Club. Now to draw Scott making out with a table. I mean, that's the ship now. Table tier list when? I guess I would have to see all the other tables. You played that? I played that years ago. I played it on New Year's. I think the year that it came out, which honestly, I don't want to know when it came out because I know it's much longer than I think it is, and that'll just make me sad. So part 2. Better see a table tier list. There she is. What a lovely lady. Rat Scott and Slay the Princess table. Yeah. The ultimate ship. Yeah, I honestly, like, I mean, I'm an idiot, but I don't really see why we would have had to kill her or anything. Seems like the narrator was just kind of a dick and he didn't want things to change. No, I said don't tell me when it came out. So remember you reading the last letter in the Reaper voice? Oh man.
Scott,
Reaper was a fun character.
Would you like to be my princess?
I mean, I do want to be princess carried, so I guess anyone in chat that can princess carry me, you've got a special place in what would be my heart. But now it's metal, maybe. I don't know. I guess I have to... All I have of my amazingly deep lore is that these hands, these amazing robot hands, are because I broke my real ones trying to learn the manual super swim for Wind Waker HD speedruns. But I also, like, got these on sale and the firmware is not updated, so they're not actually helpful with speedruns. In fact, I might actually be worse at speedruns than I used to be, so... Yeah, that's the deep ScottFalco lore. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. Yeah, I tried to get TAS arms, but I didn't read the fine print. Oh well, what can you do, I guess? Who's the seller for those hands? Oh, you know, it's just someone like... Know them. When do you think you'll be able to update the firmware? Probably never, because they're not wireless, and I kind of broke their, like,
Scott,
USB port.
You were worth it, baby.
Thank you, Toku. No, I'm pretty sure I said that out loud. It's fine. Can you use CC arms instead? I would not trust that bitch anywhere near me. I mean, what? Can you get replacements? Man, do you think I have money? We got like like our max was like a level 3 hype train. Do you think I have money for even more replacements? I'm surprised I could afford these. Anyways, so like I said, I won't be streaming anymore this week until Saturday, but because Pyro was dumb about their money, I'm doing a VR chat session on Friday, which originally I wasn't planning to do any more VR chat until I came back from Vegas, but since Pyro basically funded like a day of streaming, I'm just going to make what would have been another stream day a VR chat hangout day. And yeah, I guess it's an early birthday celebration since I'll be out of town and I won't be streaming on my actual birthday. I'll probably still do an air quote birthday-ish stream. Like maybe I'll play Mega Man the weekend before I leave. But honestly, my birthdays become less of an event on streams because they always get fucking one-upped by Cece's birthday in December. So I stopped caring about my birthday streams, and I know that Cece's birthday is where the money's at. That's where she always grows to kaiju status. That's true. I mean, I'll still do. I will do a Mega Man Legends stream. That is a tradition. I have to do at least one Mega Man Legends stream a year. I'm actually now that I think about it, I think someone made a mod recently so that you can actually play with like mouse aiming. So you can do like mouse and keyboard controls, but actually have like mouse aiming. So I might try that. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, I'm not going to commit to a date for that yet because
Scott, share 100.
I am
we just really appreciate
now,
you. You're wonderful,
and thank
Scott.
you, Toku. I am now like this was, I guess, my last breather for a moment, and I have to go fucking deep into work if I want to get this project out before I leave on the 27th. I only have this week and 2 weeks after that to do I mean, hopefully I can get that done. Alright, anyway, that's gonna be it for today, and then, also, I don't know if it was posted in chat. I guess I can post it, for Friday. There is the VR chat group that you can join. Also, I don't know if it will be available. I talked to Octoplex about my, like, avatar update for VR chat. And originally, he too, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do VR chat until December. Don't fucking worry about it. And then when this hit, I was like, hey, so what are the chances that you could finish the model before Friday? And he was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. And I told him that I'd give him a bonus if he could manage it. But obviously, if he doesn't, then he doesn't. I didn't want to pressure him or anything. I told him absolutely zero worries if he can't finish it because, like I said, I wasn't supposed to need it for like another month. All right. And then yeah, sorry I've been a little out of it lately. My mind's just been kind of run down with all the stuff that I've had to do lately. But I did get I did find 2 editors, which is really nice, and I got like their stuff situated earlier. So editor situation is done. I have my major project underway. I have this ToonTuber mostly done. There's still some issues, like for whatever reason, I don't know. I had to republish a couple of things, and for whatever reason, well, it works on this one for whatever reason, but when I swap to gamer mode, the blush doesn't show up. I just look like I'm doing a OU kind of thing. And then I also noticed that like the hype, for whatever reason, seemed like it was lagging a lot. And it was like kind of cutting out sometimes. Wait, is it if I don't talk? Huh. Oh, well, there it lagged there. I don't know. There's some things to tweak, but I am pretty happy with how it is for the most part. But yeah. Did you already let the editors know that they were chosen? Yes, but I did not have time to reply to everybody else and tell them that they weren't chosen because there was over 200 applicants and I am one man. It is, yeah, it's definitely getting better. I've already kind of made like some tweaks to the rig itself. But I am overall like pleased with it. And like this will be the ToonTuber that's used inside Assaults now. So that's why I actually updated my profile picture. But I still have to make a banner at some point. And also update... I still have to update my, like, Twitch panels. I forget what they are, but they're still old CC. There's a lot of stuff to do. But yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys on Friday And if not Friday, I will stream on Saturday, but unfortunately, I don't think it'll be a speed run because I don't have time to practice anything. I might just do games with fans on Saturday because I've kind of wanted to play Mario 64 co-op again, and I also want to try. I don't think we would do a full one, but I think I want to try the Ocarina of Time PC co-op because that's apparently a thing. And if that works and it does have PvP, then I have to commission some models because I have video ideas. But yeah, so I keep rambling and I keep not leaving, but now I am leaving. Goodbye forever. Worked this time.